Hello. It's your favorite boy, Ambassador, doing his hip hop analysis thing once again. And as I told you, well, we can't stop and we won't stop. As soon as we dive into this, we're not stopping here. So I recall you all know I go with my same narrative of Champions League and pulling attention to the various parts of Africa and the rap game. This time we'll be looking at Khali Cartel 1. So, as I said, sticking to my narrative here, it's Champion League, and you can imagine when Porto came hard against Manchester, and Manchester was like, who is this kid from Portugal who is killing us this bad? And guess what that was? Cristiano Ronaldo. So once your team shines in the Champions League, other coaches and journalists and sponsors are forced to zoom into your team and into your league to see what is giving that strength and what is causing that strength in that team, and then so they're forced to see other talent. So based on the present beef climatic conditions we're having in Africa right now, from Khaligraph Jones doing what he's doing around there, so everything tied to Khaligraph Jones is being zoomed on. So looking to his tracks now, you see like Khali Cartel, and I was like, okay, this guy is this hard, let's see what Kenya has to offer. And the best way to do that is to zoom on some of his tracks, his featurings, and some of the things he's done. So some interesting work we stumble upon is the Khali Cartel, where he's bringing in a lot of other rappers, some kind of cypher vibe to it, bringing other Kenyan rappers to showcase their talent, given that maybe he has the highest shine right now. So the first one I stumbled on was the Khali Cartel 1, which is like a 4 minutes 51 second track. So one of the things I realized, which I was not so cool, was the fact that they should have been putting the various artists' names while they were doing their rap, so that I know this is the person who is rapping. And if I'm feeling your flow, I'll go back and check your work and then maybe subscribe to your channel and then start to push your stuff. Because I said this whole beef thing, it's a whole strategy for those who use it for their kind of let me put it neighborhood quarrel kind of thing. This is not it. It's a whole business strategy, and it was one of those things that, true, it caused the loss of life of people like Biggie and Tupac, but confidently say without doubt that hip-hop would not have been today what it is if not of the beef, because the beef brought competition, and it pushed people to put out their best, and people put out their best, and it created more buzz around the growth due to the beef. So Africa is in an interesting space right now. And so looking into Kenya, we should be able to identify who is who in this team. That's why players have names on their jerseys, so that when he scores the goal, we know he has scored the goal. We might not know them, but from their names on the jersey, we'll know. But now they didn't put the names when these various people were rapping, but I could just see they had the names that appeared all in a group, all in one list in the beginning. There was Span KOB, there was Petra, there was Don Jules, and there was Sangini. Then we have Khaligraph Jones in it. Yeah. So in the beginning, I like the whole 80s, you know, like the 80s had the whole gangster flavor setting where they are sitting in some kind of old warehouse, one touch over above their heads, just to keep the whole atmosphere secretive and all. And then he's making a call. Khaligraph Jones is one introducing, like they said, it's here. So when he says it's here, there's that tension of what is here. Is it drugs? Is it guns? Or is it a beat? We're talking about rappers here, so but it could be drugs, it could be guns, it could be the beat, but most especially I think it's the beat, because, well, they started rapping after that. When it's here, he introduced the whole thing. He had a phone call where he said it's here. I really like the intense dialogue they opened it with. They opened their whole rap thing with some intense dialogue. The other guy, as I always say, I like when people rap in their dialects, but there's also a disadvantage to that. One is bringing out our African strength, but given the fact that our African languages there are so many languages in Africa, if you rap in a language which is not so known, people cannot appreciate the poetic and the literary devices embedded in it. So I can only but appreciate the flow. So most of the time when you come with the whole rapping your dialect thing, I enjoy the flow, but I cannot appreciate the literary device and your wordplay and all of that. I can just enjoy the flow, the energy, and very basic surface things. I cannot go in depth on it. So I enjoyed the guy's flow. He had that kind of mystical, you know, the rough voice kind of flow, but you're going hard on it, jumping on the lines with the rough voice. So he had that kind of flow. But he was like where he caught my attention, where he mentioned something about ice cream, ice that, then ice prints, and I was like, what is he saying about ice prints? But too bad I can't get it because I don't understand the language that well. But it's something about ice prints. And then I also like the part where they went like back and forth between the first three rappers. They were rapping on the rhyme scheme of 8-8. So relate the date, He was rapping. The first guy, then Khaligraph Jones took it, then the third guy took it, then they brought it back. But they were all having the eight rhyme scheme on their thing, yeah. And then it's difficult to evaluate the true essence of rap when you don't quite appreciate the language in itself. Appreciate in the sense of not in the sense of not liking it, but appreciate in the sense of you cannot understand it, so you cannot actually decipher what's what. Yeah. Because most of the time it could be some deep stuff he's saying. There can also be some bunch of trash. I mean, like, we have seen other rappers and animators who were doing their thing. I remember, like, once DJ Arafat, may so rest in peace, he came to Cameroon and he did the whole, if those who know, like, the Ivorian have this thing where they say the kind of freestyle, and then they asked him what he was saying. He was like, nothing, he's not saying anything, he's just making sounds like that to entertain. Yeah. So my fear is these rappers can just be doing sounds and rhymish kind of sounds just to entertain, but does not have no true meaning in it. But because I cannot understand, I don't know now if it's just rhyming to entertain or it's really making meaning in it. So most of the time I just put a question mark on that kind of flow. I will enjoy the energy, enjoy the flow, but I cannot appreciate it beyond that. And then I also enjoy the girl. I'm assuming maybe her name is the Petra person, because one of the names of Petra, I'm assuming Petra should be a girl. Maybe she's the one. So she really went hard on the beat, came in and then was doing her kind of let me call it Nickish Dabraish flow. And then she even mentioned that she's compared, and then I liked it because she threw in a lot of English. And when people throw English, when I don't hear the first two lines, the first English I hear, I really try to understand it. So that's also a strategy where you pick it out that fast. But it should be a strong line. When the only English in it should be a strong line, because we have not heard the rest. We just hear it and we judge it from that English we just heard. So we have, and then she compared herself to Nicki and Cardi B. Nicki and Cardi B all in one. I'm like, whoa. Okay, she thinks highly of herself. Let's see what she has to offer. But my favorite part, I mean, I'm almost tilting towards her, but for the fact that, well, it's true. Now, Khaligraph Jones was solid on it, but she did a dance hall flavor kind of thing, which I really enjoyed. So she played dance hall kind of thing, rapish dance hall flavor thing, and I really enjoyed that. And then finally Khaligraph Jones came again, and this time he was sounding very much, I don't know, for some reason he was sounding like Ross the 59. Yeah, he was really the flow, like Ross the 59 has the word, not like mystical, but or not like what's his name, was Twister, not like Twister kind of fast. He has, Roy has his own kind of fast, which is really melodious. It's you enjoy it almost like he's singing, but he's rapping, but he's going really fast too. So Khaligraph Jones had that kind of flavor in this last verse he did before the end, and then one other rapper came in and closed it with some kind of singing. So once again, as I said, it has just started. Yeah, once a team is solid enough, we go back to start looking at the team. Who is the coach? How did this team strategize? How is their youth league? How is this? So once there is this beef, we are going to zoom into every country which take part in the beef, and hopefully your players represent. Then we have a Cristiano Ronaldo who gets signed to Manchester and then goes to Real Madrid and plays with the best here. So hopefully it's just objective rap and objective analysis of each rap. We don't care where you are from, my country, his country, whose country. We just want good rap. So anybody who is good, we are going to promote them. We are going to dig more into their songs and things like that to promote them. So hopefully we get more of this, and as I said, we'll be zooming in from country to country. Once a rapper comes into the whole African beef thing and who is the king thing, and then represents good enough, we're going to zoom in a little bit more on the person, and hopefully they give us more content for us to talk more about, enjoy. I mean, like, most of all, we should enjoy it. So the boy ambassador doing his thing once again, your rap analyst. I'm out.